bees.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, today's video, starting off, we got a confirmation on the pay-per-view buys for Pacquiao versus Broner, and it states here in BoxingNews24.com, Pacquiao versus Broner pay-per-view buys estimated over 400,000. Okay, and it's going on later in the article where it states early estimates of last Saturday's fight between WBA welterweight champion Manny Pacquiao and Adrian "The Problem" Broner is the fight brought in over 400,000 pay-per-view buys on Showtime, according to Mike Coppinger. If these numbers turn out to be correct, it means that Pacquiao is still a huge draw for pay-per-view. Since he didn't get much help, Pacquiao likely would have done a lot more pay-per-view buys against Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, Mikey Garcia, Keith "One-Time" Thurman, or Sean Porter. Those are all relevant fighters at 147. 400,000 pay-per-view buys represents an outstanding number for Pacquiao Broner. When you take in the fact that Broner had arguably lost 3 out of his last 6 fights going into last Saturday's fight with Pacquiao, it says a lot that they were able to draw 400,000 buys. Those are the type of numbers that one would expect to see from a competitive matchup between two talents, not a glorified mismatch like the one the boxing world saw last Saturday with Pacquiao beating the brakes off of Broner from start to finish. Aside from Saul Canelo Alvarez, Pacquiao is the next biggest pay-per-view attraction in North America. When matched against the right opponent, Pacquiao was still capable of bringing in a lot of pay-per-view buys. It's going to take talented fighters like Spence, Thurman, Crawford, Porter, or Mikey for Pacquiao to bring in the kind of pay-per-view numbers that he is used to during the height of his fame. Quote. Now, with this article coming out, I was actually seeing this on my YouTube feed yesterday, but I couldn't find any substantiating reports. So it's good that reports have finally came out on this fight. And with this fight doing over 400,000 pay-per-view buys, dude, that is really good numbers for this, because I didn't think it was going to do too many. I had a feeling that Manny Pacquiao, because he is a big draw, that people would still pay to see him fight. But with this doing over 400,000 pay-per-view buys, dude, that is actually really friggin' good that a fight like this was able to get that many buys, because personally, I didn't get it. And the main reason I didn't buy the fight, because this particular fight really didn't mean anything to me. I mean, it was an entertaining fight, don't get me wrong, but does it really mean anything for the 147-pound division? Definitely no. But with them able to still be able to bring in over 400,000 buys, that just goes to show the drawing power of Pacquiao. And the only thing that I don't really agree with is how they say that Broner really didn't help with this, is that Pacquiao did this by himself, which in case that is false, because Broner, he is very entertaining and he is very good at selling himself. And he does better at selling himself in the fight than he does in the actual fight. Doesn't mean that he can't fight. It just means that he doesn't show up and perform to our expectations. Okay, so it's really good that this did as many buys as it did. And it just goes to show that Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn are wrong, because pay-per-view is definitely not dead. Especially if a fight like this can do 400,000 buys, pay-per-view definitely isn't dead. And it just goes to show that PBC is leading the way for the pay-per-view guys right now, especially with having the fight that they just had last month with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Now they got this fight with Pacquiao versus Broner, and then I think their next pay-per-view fight is going to be Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. So, dude, things are going to be looking really good for the PBC on their pay-per-views this year. All right, so I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, hit me up in the comment section. I'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right, so I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.